Hi Bluecoat children, how you all doing? It's me, Mr. Jones. There was some slight confusion with Mr. Ryan. He tried to put a picture of me in one of his videos. Unfortunately, we cleared it up. He seems to have added the wrong video. It should have been this one. Makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? I wanted to speak to you all about something that's been happening in my home. It's something that I've noticed has happened for some of you at home as well, and a lot of our friends and families, and that's when you get stuck. All of us get stuck in our learning. It happens all of the time. It happens to me when I'm playing the guitar. There's something at the minute actually that I just can't figure out. So I got stuck. I needed a bit of help. What I don't want to be happening is for you to go straight to your parents for the answer. We want you to be future ready at Bluecoat, so we want you to be independent in your learning. And you know when you're in school that you don't put your hand up to ask the teacher the minute that something's a little bit tricky. You know that there's a couple of things that you can do that will help you yourselves dig yourself out of the hole, that will help you to get unstuck. And we want you to be using those skills when you're at home as well as when you're in school. So let's think about what we kind of do in school. We often say the three before me, something like that. Try three things before you ask your teacher, but I'm always a little bit dubious of that. There's way more than three things you can be trying. First of all, you need to figure out exactly what it is that you're stuck on. Are you stuck on a skill? Is it that, a math skill or something? You've watched a White Rose video and you're just not quite sure how it works? Are you stuck on all of it or part of it? Is there some knowledge that you just don't know? Is there a fact that you need to find out about? Or is it that you're not entirely sure what we the teachers are expecting of you, how to set out your learning, for example? On that last point, I will emphasise, please don't worry too much. Us teachers want you to get into a good learning routine and a good habit of learning at home, but we're not precious at all about how you present your learning in the end, okay? So please don't get worried about that. So who can you ask? What can you do before you ask your parents? Well, let's have a think. It's similar to when we're in school. When you've figured out exactly what it is that you're stuck on, firstly, you might want to reread the question. Read it once, read it twice, read it 3 times. Once you've done that, you might start to get a better understanding of exactly what it is that you've been asked to do. The second idea, actually, when you're at home, is to wait for a bit. First of all, sometimes when you read a question, wait and then try it again. Something in our brain just kind of kicks into gear and we can understand it a little bit better. But also with Seesaw, if you wait, you might be able to come back to it in 30 minutes, an hour or so later, do your other tasks, and when you come back to it, you might see what other children have done first, and that should, when you see a good example, that should help you with yours as well. What else can you do? You can just have a go sometimes. That really helps, doesn't it? Just have a go. If you get it wrong, it's only you at home. It really doesn't matter. See if you can do it once. You might make a mistake. Do it another time. You might make a mistake again, and maybe on that third time it just starts clicking, starts making sense to you. The next thing you can do is to Google it, of course, if you have something at home. There are literally thousands of teachers across the country who are making videos at the minute to show you well, I wouldn't say greater and lesser quality, but some of them will suit you. That's something I find. So if on the guitar, when I'm stuck, I know one person who explains it in a really clear way that makes sense for my very simple little brain, so that I can follow them. When you do Google something, think about the keywords in your Google search. You might need to ask your parents the first time what would be good keywords, but once they've explained that, I'd expect next time for you to have a think about what they said and do it yourself. Select the video that you think is going to suit you. The next idea that you could do is actually get in contact with a friend who's also doing it. So, like when we're in school, often if you're on a table, if you're not sure what to do, you might ask a friend and they can explain it to you. You can actually do the same in lockdown. You might be able to give them a ring. Is that too old-fashioned? Do we still ring people? Possibly not. You can give them a ring or a Zoom meeting, and over Zoom or Microsoft Teams, which is the same thing, pretty much. You can actually share the screen, and you can bring up like a whiteboard, and you can draw for each other to help each other to understand it. And finally, the last thing to do is to ask your parents. If you've tried everything else and you're still not 100% sure, or you're still not quite sure, you need a little bit of help, you can ask your mums and dads, but you have to listen to them. First of all, I don't know what it is, but with my boys, they always presume that I'm getting something wrong and that their teacher would teach it in a different way, which is a bit weird because I'm a teacher, but hey, they've always been like that. So listen to what your mums and dads say. They're really valuable if you ask them. And secondly, when they do tell you something, listen carefully to them. If, say, it's a technical thing on your computer, your laptop, whatever, like uploading a video, listen to them, maybe take notes, think about what they're saying so that you can do it on your own next time and you don't need their help again. Finally, if something is hard and you're not stuck, you can also help out. So if you found something on Seesaw that you can do really well, it's a really good idea for you to upload a video of you explaining how to do it. Explaining means that within your learning you're stretching yourself. It's harder to explain something than it is to just do it. So you'll be learning something, and also you'll be helping your friends out. Anybody out there who isn't quite sure, you'll have a video then for them to have a go at, for them to copy. Right, I hope that helps a little bit. I know that getting stuck has been, difficult, and asking parents when they're really busy is really, really hard, because trust us, children, we're busy too, and we've got important things that we need to be doing. I want to see you using those skills so that if you are stuck, you can be independent, you can do things on your own. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope that we're going to be getting back to some sort of normality in the fairly near future, but most importantly, you take care of yourselves, take care of your family, stay safe, and have fun with your learning at home. Bye.